Good day. My paper titled is The New Comedy of Human Existence. I mean the radical technologies. The future is frightening, but it must be confronted. The technological orgy of the future, technologies are poisonous roses. The most dangerous thing awaits us in the near future is the design of everyday life. Introduction. Frightening future technology has previously engineered the following areas. Regarding some website on net, I say technology has changed how we communicate. Technology has changed how we pay bill and transfer money. Technology has changed how we watch TV. Technology has changed how we date. Technology has changed how we live in and outside or our homes. Technology has changed how we stay safe. Technology has changed our mind regarding the saying Susan Greenfield in her book titled Mind Change 2015. The future time, how technology continues to change. Life and technology in the future decide regarding the POCKK TLNA in 3 March 2021. Google. The technology will do in the following area. Colonizing of the other planets, robot in space and in the workplace, electric self-driving cars, flying cars, robot pilots, road over rivers, solar panel technology, hyper fast trains, working in VR, gestures-based computing, wearable screens, also drivers in lorries, 3D printed food, smart toothbrushes that send data to your dentals, smart mirrors that check your health, a toilet has analyzes your dispositions, 5G also, connectivity, and also exoskeleton. Now, recycle and re-engineering, high-rise farms, and lab-grown methods, artificial intelligence, AI, robot soldiers, and nanobot that seek your health. Finally, 3D printed metal, cloud gaming without machines. In this technological context and the heart of the capitalist system, Adam Greenfield book and published, I will mention, published is it, Technologies Design Everyday Life. Now I will mention, in a moment, the people and the elite must move to confrontation and challenge. Public life is pre-programmed, but in the near future, human behavior and thought will be fully programmed. Programming the human beings in all his movement in daily life, and the human will become a programmed machine. The pain, joy, laughing, crying, and happiness will be inspired to take off with the touch of button. This is a new big comedy of human existence. Technology became the dominant word map. This is not because the scientists to have decided that we have to see it, but the experience of people has decided by their using technologies in everyday life. In addition, technologies are now attractive and irresistible, but we can imagine that our extreme attitude providing from the domination of power of the technology and believing it is the theory of all making, suggesting by similarity on our mind the extreme idea of view in life and way of thinking, way of life and way of thinking. Each one will become a code for a machine that is moved by programmed commands. We will also become funny beings and for whipping over the honest being radical technologies. First of all, I would like to say that radical technology of Peter Harper, 1976, and especially the other books of the Adam Greenfield with his famous book, Radical Technologies, 2017, suggests to me two ideas. First one, the act of radical life. Two, the ideology behind the technology. They could be the echo of the capitalist system, and the author expressed this idea several times in his book. The term radical in popular vocabulary suggests the type of ideology or tyranny or extreme or monopoly, and maybe it is in same case hysteria. Now we are under controlled supervision of technology. Scientific and technological thought is heading towards radicalism without any doubt, and everyone may be dazzled by the ongoing progress of these two. But this quiet vision of the problem leads to the fact that radicalism is heading toward the catastrophe that will lead to the emergence of what can be called the human beings, man-machine, thought, mind, reason, soul, spirit, suppose that they exist, emotions, passions, and sentiment will be programmed. It is also about transforming the structure of the human motivations. We will be faced with a new patterns of programmed rationality, Greenfield say, but more pertinently, network digital information technology has become the dominant mode through which we experience the everyday. That it is in introduction of Facebook, radical technologies, which means, and all this means in the death, the elimination of human freedom. It's mean the elimination of human freedom, our looking of the meaning of life and creativity independent of the machine. We became a machine. This idea was inspired by a book that appeared in recent years and caused media and cultural sensation, which is Adam Greenfield. This book, it is titled Radical Technologies, and there is a dialogue with Greenfield of around 40 pages. You get it on your net, a book that is not old in terms of time, but the author means in it what is expected in the future. Technologically, to the world and the human beings, which is a dangerous expectation regarding the word of your hypothesis and the similarity achieved soon. Conclusion. Technologies and culture, radical technologies, means anti-culture. Now, philosophy and technologies. First glance, the philosophy of technology is still widely regarded as not much more than a small and not particularly prestigious area of specialization in the Anglo-American Empiristia, all French Enlightenment, and European positivist traditions. Technology is widely depicted as an unproblematic, beneficial forces for human progress. Criticize of technological determinism many 20th and 21st century non-Soviet Marxists, from Chinese Maoists of European Marxist humanists, have gone on the argument that the very idea of technological determinism is a product of democratic capitalist. Now, key issue in this dispute over whether technology determines social relations or social power determines technological developments. In the question of the relative weight of the technological division of labor, it's in his introduction, in critics of technology as such characterize the Frankfurt School, and especially, it is leading member Adorno, the Dialectic of Enlightenment in 1972. They argue that instrumental in itself a form of domination, the critique of domination, the technology as such is familiar not only from the Frankfurt School, but it was also the for Jacques Ellul, 1964. Also for Heidegger, German philosopher, the essence of technology and technological things are not the same, and we can think of technology in two ways: as a means to an end and a human activity, such as use a mobile to text someone, and texting is something that a human being do. Thus Heidegger says that is an instrumental, it is a tool, the technology. Why? Why? Because it is way of thinking. It's not changed of way of thinking about technology, and he does not disagree with this definition. Marcuse, German philosopher, also said that there could be formed by instrumental reason, other that problem of a class society. Finally, Habermas, German philosopher, also offers a modest, demystified version of critique of technology as such instrument. As reason, including technical action, has certain characteristics which are appropriate in some spheres of life, inappropriated in others. Philosophical critiques of technology is addressed by, that I said now, Heidegger, Marcuse, Erich Fromm, and Habermas. For defining problem, freedom of human, and transcendence, and this will be through critical creativity. What will be the new function of the mind and individual and society? Making war against the ethical and ethical technology. make war against the radical technologies. It is not true, as Greenfield suggests in his conclusion of radical technologies, that technology is not true. That technology seems to be with so many of us to the premise that they will be spontaneously produce the condition of equity, justice, or freedom. He said, it is not true that technology promises us to create a new way of equity, justice, and freedom. We will sample machine. We apply a programmed mechanism, sudden upheaval, and radical change in society, as well as radical change of thought. All these radical rise suspicions and caution, whether of the level of the individual and society. And when radical technology comes and means fluctuation in all aspects of this daily life, or in the sense that Greenfield wanted, technology will engineer the daily lives of individuals and even turn the life of completely upside down, the result of this conflict between humans and a new engineering or radical technology. Or the possibility that a person becomes a slave of the machine technology and maybe initially enjoy pleasure in slavery and be content of the tremendous progress of technology at the expense of human value, freedom, and innovation independent of machine programming. In short, it means destroying individuality and crushing oneself as all aspiration of in transcendence. We have to be anti-digital civilization or society and world fabrication. Now I have only one image just for to see what about our brain, maybe for the next generation brain. This one, it will be this one. It is, you have a reference in the image. You have your brain, it is two parts. It's annexed by many cables. Now my reference, I have many references, just for your information. Reference, Peter Harp's Radical Technology in 1976, and Susan Greenfield, Mind Change 2015, Adam Greenfield, Radical Technologies 2017. All books are in PDF copy in your net. The future of technology, Heidegger, Martin, and the question of technology, lecture 3. Draw lining, large, etc. Philosophy and technology, HTTP, Marcuse, Habermas, Too Critical, San Diego State University, 1996, page 54 and 70. And maybe Erich Fromm asked in his books concerning the revolution of hope. And he speaks about the technology, etc. The date of this book is in 1968. He said, we ask what is about how to make a what is mean man, and now in the future time with a progress of technology, we ask to ourselves how to be a machine. A technology, of course. That is all today. See you next time. Bye.